One more song, guys. I'm going to run and get some water. BRB. T-minus 2.5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are all doing well. Just finished watching this episode. BRB, I'm going to get some water and then we'll kick this thing into gear. Cool? Good afternoon, guy. It's actually not afternoon. It's 11:55. Technically, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. I haven't seen y'all in a while, man. I haven't done a stream, and somebody will tell me how long it's been. I feel like it's been a couple weeks. Most of you guys know what I'm up to and why I've only uploaded like 3 videos since the beginning of the year. So I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. It is May 5th. What is it? Revenge of the 5th? Is that what it is? Is that what people say? I think that's what people say. I did not do anything Star Wars related on May the 4th yesterday. Did you? I had a super busy day. The only thing that I did Star Wars related was take that picture in my bunker gear. And I brought along Power of the Force Luke Skywalker to throw in my chest pocket, as you can see on your screen right now. But welcome, guys. It's been 3 weeks. Goddamn, Vince, good to see you, man. Muddler, everybody, it's been so long. Now that my schedule is a little different now, I'm hoping to do more streams and have more time to upload videos. Not too sure what the workload's going to be like now. So I'm not promising the same amount of stuff that I used to do like 6 months ago. That's probably not going to happen for another 6 months or so. But it is what it is. Currently on a solid path, and I'm really enjoying it. But what did you guys think of the Bad Batch, man? That's what we're here to talk about today. I literally finished the episode 20 minutes ago or so. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I have some questions. I've been out of the loop for a little bit. I haven't really been paying attention to much Star Wars stuff. If you have not seen this episode, please steer clear. I don't want to spoil anything for you. There's some fun things. There's some pretty predictable moments, in my opinion. With Omega, fun character. I kind of got what they were going. I knew the direction they were going with as soon as I saw Omega. She looked so much like Daniel Logan. Daniel Logan.
After years of self-doubt, imposter syndrome, and a whole bunch of other bad brain stuff, I just got approved for the 501st. I hope you're well, man. Always glad to catch a stream.
Steven
Stay safe.
Steven Siller, thank you so much. And also Star Wars Story, thank you both for the first super chats and channel supports of the stream. I appreciate the hell out of that. Give me one sec. But so, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The beginning with Kanan, it was great, man. I'm excited to talk about it for like an hour or so right now. So, I have one question. I have not looked anything up about the Bad Batch. Maybe I could look this up on my own. But they mentioned maybe it was a star system or a planet at the end of the episode. And it was like J16 or something. Or it was yeah, I think it was J16 or something. Is that in reference to anything? Is that something brand new? Or is that like a callback to something that you all know and that I don't know? Is that something that I should know? Is that something that I could look up right now? I'm not sure. But I was worried, honestly, going into the Bad Batch. I didn't really... So I didn't know if it was just going to be like all John Wick style action. But there was so much substance there for me to thoroughly enjoy. Yeah, looking forward to Sulukamai. Oh, really? It is? Okay. So that's well known. Okay. J19 is Sulukamai, and there that's where. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. Captain Rex. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Nice, man. Captain Rex says J19. There you go, man. Cool. Josh Gonzalez, thank you so much as well. But yeah, here we go, guys. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. Somebody said Omega was annoying. I did not get that vibe whatsoever. Like an innocent character. A member of the Bad Batch. It kind of grounds this like rough and tumble, group. I don't know. I dig it. But yeah. Anyway, Star Wars Story. Thank you so much, man. Hey HG. Hope you had a happy May the 4th. Have you seen Disney Plus Star Wars Vintage Collection? And are you going to watch the Clone Wars miniseries on it? Eventually I plan on it. I'm, that's something that's been on my watch list for literally years. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. Maybe that's something with a little bit more time now I'll be able to jump into. Hopefully that's the case at least. But I haven't really had time to look into or watch anything from the Vintage Collection. That being, I did turn on the Ewok cartoon right when the Vintage Collection popped up on Disney Plus. And I tried to, I put it on for my daughter who's 3 years old now. And she wasn't having it. I just realized that the title of the stream says, let's talk about Star Wars, the Bad Batch. I didn't mean to do that. Oops-a-daisy, I'm going to leave it. But yeah, we tried to watch the Ewok show, man, and yikes. I just couldn't do it. I don't remember watching it as a kid. I was born in 1986. I remember it existing, but I don't think I ever had an opportunity to watch it, and maybe I did and I just whatever, but yeah, it was pretty rough, man. But I appreciate that Star Wars Story. Hope you had a good May 4th as well. Hope you're doing well, man. Steven Siller, thank you so much for the channel support. Let me take a sip of the water. Got it, my old Gatorade squirt bottle. Steven Siller says, hey, HG, after years of self-doubt, imposter syndrome, and a whole bunch of other bad brain stuff. There you go. I just got approved for the 501st. Nice, man. I hope you're well, man. Always glad to catch a stream. Stay safe. That stuff will melt your brain, right? Self-doubt and all that shit. And I mean, we've all been, dude. I've had that my entire life. That's why I've always liked to throw myself into situations or things that are like a struggle or like a big challenge, I've talked about how I was like the easiest sell to my Navy recruiter ever. I walked in and I signed the papers within like 15 minutes, and that was it. I was just like, I don't know what to do. I just need to sign. I want to do it. And now with the firefighter stuff, it's the most physically challenging stuff I've ever done in my entire life. And I'm so glad that I'm a runner because goddamn cardio. It's also Florida, middle of the summer, and I'm sweating my my ass off. I got swamp ass 24/7. But yeah, man, that stuff is like a brain cancer. It's it holds you back, and once you get to a certain age, you know, if you're constantly holding yourself back because self-doubt or whatever, yeah, there's no question in my mind that you're going to regret it, you know. And I'm glad you pushed it, and you're a member of the 501st now. What did you build? I'm curious. What did you build? I'll keep an eye on the chat, but hell yeah, man! Congratulations. If anybody out there is, you know, self-doubting themselves, dude, you're just a person. Everybody else is just a person. That's one of the biggest lessons, in my opinion, is people are just people. There's no reason. You're not any less than anybody else. You can do what anybody else does. You just have to stop doubting yourself, you know. Anyway, I appreciate that, Steven. Hope you're doing well, man. Curious what you build, though. I'm keeping an eye on the chat. And Josh Gonzalez, hope you and the family are doing good. Looks like you're really enjoying the Academy too. Gotta go do work stuff. Good to hear from you again. Cheers. Yeah, it's been great. It's like a second boot camp. To tell you the truth, a little more lackadaisical. You know, you're not getting screamed at constantly like in boot camp. But oh, my ringtone is gonna make this this stream copyright infringement, huh? But let's see, what did Steve say? Thanks so much. Now I went to nice. TIE Pilot's fun. Did you go with Mon Cala? Mon Cala is like a company that makes it, right? I'm curious. I haven't been in like the armor building game since like 2013, so I'm not really familiar with what's around now. But that's awesome, man. I literally have everything that I need right now to build a TIE Pilot costume, except for the flight suit. I've had the chest piece, the tubes, the helmet. I've had everything for literally since like 2013 or 2014, and just never did it. I don't know why, but anyway. But yeah, Josh, I appreciate that, man. We're all doing well. Super busy, but that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. Oh, the shit. My car broke down yesterday. I had to get it towed, and it's currently in the shop. It's a 2016 Jeep, and it's our older car that I've only really been driving to school for like I have like an hour commute. And just the thing wouldn't start, and yeah, after a really bad day of like 9 hours of PT, all I wanted to do was sit in my AC car for an hour commute and listen to a podcast, and the goddamn thing broke down. But it is what it is. So we're currently car shopping at the moment. We'll see what happens. Anyway. Arco, thank you so much, man. Arco, good to see you. The planet is Salukamai. Cut. The deserter lives there. Let me look. So that, I don't remember ever hearing. Where is oh, okay. I recognize this. Where is J19 referenced in anything? I could not find. I'm typing it in, so like, also known as J19. Maybe I just did a wrong search. Oh, what is J19 in Star Wars Bad Batch? So is J19, has that been mentioned? Okay, so earlier in the Clone Wars, General Grievous and his separatist forces captured Jedi Master Koth, and during a transmission, Koth secretly communicates with hand signals, tipping off the Jedi Council in the process. Obi-Wan Kenobi translates the message and says, Salukamai system, Sector J19. Interesting, okay. Is that, nice. Okay. So we're going to some familiar territory. Dude, the episode was great. I honestly was a little nervous because, as I said at the beginning of the stream, I didn't know if it would be like all John Wick style action, you know what I mean? Like, but they had so much substance in there. I loved everything on Kamino. The beginning of the episode, it was really well paced for being 70 minutes. It was great, man. is great. But anyway, I appreciate the explanation there, Arco. I have been so out of the loop with everything for the past 5 months. If there is it, I literally didn't even look at any Star Wars news yesterday or today. Did I miss any May the 4th announcements? Did I miss anything that the rest of the world was able to see? I do enjoy the jacket. Dude, it's so hot. The entire bunker gear, man, is you're standing in the sun out for like 8 hours, putting it on and off and running PT in full bunker gear. And when you take it all off after wearing it for like 30 minutes, sweating your ass off, it feels like you're in AC. It's crazy. No announcements yesterday? Gotcha. There's Jar Jar Binks Disney Plus show. What's up, Jamers? Oh, I did see that retractable lightsaber. I saw, like they showed a short little 10-second clip of it, right? With somebody dressed as Rey turning around. Yeah, I saw that. Update on the hotel. Oh, nice. That hotel looks really cool, man. There's also, Austin, Thenura. Did I say that correctly? Vince, Arco, Star Wars Story, and Vince. Once again, thank you guys so much. I haven't seen everybody in a long time, so I appreciate the patience. I'm a little long-winded. But there's a restaurant that looks really cool that I believe is going into Epcot. And it's a space-themed restaurant. Let me look this up. Epcot Space Restaurant. I think it's going into, Space 220. Space 220? Is that what it is? Yeah. Yeah, this looks cool. I mean, like, obviously, there's just, like, one picture of concept art here. I'll post it up in the chat. But, like, I don't know, man. It looks cool. I'm a sucker for space and space exploration and sci-fi and all that stuff, obviously. But Dine Among the Stars at an all-new restaurant that's out of this world. So, like, the wall, there's not going to be any real windows. The windows are going to be like you're on a space station. I don't know, man. It looks cool. Anyway. This isn't a Star Wars thing. This is just like a cool space-themed restaurant that's going to be at Epcot. But anyway. Austin, good to see you, man. Thank you so much. BB was good, not great. I know all Star Wars is, but I'm kind of missing more mature-leaning content. Also love High Republic books so far. That's something I haven't jumped into yet, Austin, the High Republic stuff. The only thing that I've really read in the past 5 months is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the first book in the series. I'm currently, I started, the other night I couldn't sleep, so I started reading the second book, Restaurant at the End of the Universe. I think that's what it's called. And it's great too. I'm only like 50 pages in, but it's a lot of fun. So no, I have not looked at any High Republic stuff yet. I went in with not really high expectations of the Bad Batch, and I also went into it, and maybe this kind of helped my like of it. I went into it like with 5 months of really not paying attention to much, Star Wars related. So like sitting down on my couch this morning, sitting down to watch 70 minutes of what felt like a long episode of the Clone Wars, was just a nice relief from everything that I've been doing for the past 5 months, So like I don't know. I would just enjoy that. Probably added to my enjoyment. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I went in with tempered expectations, pretty low expectations, not really expecting to be blown away, but I thought it was fantastic. I really liked the pacing of it. I loved the beginning of it. I loved, seeing Order 66 and how everything with Crosshair and Omega. I thought they played everything really nice, and there was a lot more substance there than I was expecting. But yeah, man, it was fun. Yeah, good, not great is still great. I mean, it's still good, I know all Star Wars is, But I'm not one of the people that runs around saying all Star Wars is good Star Wars. Like, I mean, you're allowed to not like stuff, right? I mean, all Star Wars is good. Cool, man. Like, you know, there's Star Wars that I don't like. There's Star Wars that people don't like. You're allowed to not like some Star Wars stuff. But Star Wars is good Star Wars. Cool, man. Some of us don't like certain aspects of it. It's okay. But anyway, I appreciate that, Austin. Hope you're doing well, man. And I need to pick up $1, Vince? I need to pick up a High Republic book for sure. Or the High Republic book, right? There's only one out so far, right? I think so. Anyway. Thanura. Did I pronounce that correctly? I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. Probably not. But anyway. Thanura says, they retconned Kanan's origin. Why did they do that? Man, I've only seen the first episode, or the first season, rather, of the God, I can't think today. I've only seen the first season of Rebels. Might surprise some of you guys. But I think most of you guys, if you're regular listeners or viewers, you'll know that. So I don't remember, and I barely remember the first season, man. For whatever reason, it's just like, and I know it gets better. I've been told it gets better as it goes on, and I enjoyed it. But for whatever reason, I have a bad habit of like starting a show and just like falling off and not paying attention to it after a season, you know, or even a few episodes. But yeah. So did they retcon, or is it like? Or is there an explanation to it? Is it like retcon was lying about his origins to say, like, to, you know what I mean? Or is it a retcon, or is it like Kanan's origin got retconned from a comic book? Oh, okay. Not from Rebels. Retcon slightly. It's not a big deal, honestly. I mean, like the amount of shit that contradicted itself in Legends and whatnot and retconned. Dude, look up Star Wars retcons in contradictions of the past. Like, yeah, whatever. I'm not one to like adhere to canon at the expense of telling new and fun stories that somebody might, you know, tell. I'm sure I'm in the minority when it comes to that opinion, but I like my canon a little loosey-goosey. I think fun, creativity should trump whatever came before, but that's just me. That's just me. But it's canon! You know, I like having fun sometimes. Anyway. Yeah, Caleb, Doom, right? But anyway. Anyway, I appreciate that, Thanura. And Vince Wynn, thank you so much, man, for the silent support. And I also... Oh, Vince, what did you think of the animation? I think it's the best it's ever looked. And yeah, good to hear from you, HG Hope. All is well. All is well. Super sunburn right now. Did not put any sunscreen on during a 8-hour PT session in the bright-ass Florida sun yesterday. So, like, my face feels like a roasted chicken. Stupid. But no, I really like the animation. I think the most the animation that I everything for the most part looked the same as the later season of the Clone Wars, you know, as season 7. The thing that I think looked better or more fluid or a little more realistic was Omega's facial animation. I found that to be a little more fluid, a little more, yeah, I guess realistic. Am I the only one that kind of noticed that? Everything else, though, to me, was pretty comparable to season 7 of the Clone Wars. But But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like seeing Tarkin and yeah, the snow. That's true. But yeah, I still love the animation style, or I guess the texture style of the show. You know, when we see like a close up of Tarkin's face, it almost looks like it's painted on. You know, like an action figure paint. I really like the almost brushed look of all the characters and textures of the Clone Wars and now the Bad Batch. You know, but yeah, I enjoyed it, man, and I hope you're doing well as well. And Arco, thank you so much. Arco says, happy 4th, 5th Greedo. Bad Batch opener was amazing. I am all for the CGI Revenge of the Sith scenes. Battle damaged Grievous, yo. Nice. Yeah, I thought it was great. We found out yesterday, or like May 3rd, that it was going to be a 70-minute episode. That was surprising. And I was actually... So, on May the 3rd... I was like, 70 minutes, that's a long time. I don't know if I can squeeze that in. And then on May the 4th, like after I got home last night late because my car broke down, still don't have it. We're shopping for a new car now because, yeah, our 2006 Jeep, it's not worth putting the money into. Yeah, anyway. But when I got home late last night, I was like, fuck yeah, tomorrow morning, I am waking up and I'm watching 70 minutes of a new Star Wars show. 70 minutes. Oh, you knew it was going to be 70 minutes for a few months? I didn't know that. Dude, I've been so out of the loop for 5 months. I haven't really paid attention to any Star Wars stuff for literally 5 months. But I was so excited last night for 70 minutes of new Star Wars. Yeah. But yeah, anyway. I appreciate that, Arco. Yeah, it was fun. And like I said, like I haven't really paid much attention to anything for 5 months. So I think that added to my enjoyment level, my anticipation, you know? It was kind of nice to not have my... finger on the pulse of everything leading into a new thing, if that makes sense. Yeah, it felt good. But anyway, that's just me. Anyway, I appreciate that, Arca. And Star Wars story. Once again, thank you so much. Do you think Disney will do a Clone Wars animated Revenge of the Sith? What do you mean, like a remake? I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat if you like do a remake of Revenge of the Sith but with Clone Wars animation? Is that what you mean? If that's the case, I don't really know if I would really care for that or want that or even watch that, to tell you the truth. Just because we already have that story told, and it would be a lot of work for them to do that, work that I would rather than put into a new project. Do you know what I mean? I like the idea of telling stories around the events of Order 66 and stuff like that, just like Bad Batch is doing, you know? But the idea of animating Revenge of the Sith in Clone Wars style and almost doing a remake of that movie, but with Clone Wars animation, honestly, it doesn't interest me that much, just because we already have that movie and the story told, you know. Again, do stories outside of the main Revenge of the Sith story, outside of what we see in that movie surrounding Order 66. So cool, man. I like that. But a direct like remake of Revenge of the Sith animated, it's something that I would rather them put their efforts into something else, you know. But anyway. I appreciate that story. And Arco, thank you so much once again, man. Do you remember the Kaminoan uprising, the clones versus stormtroopers from OG Battlefront? I think they might build up to that in the upcoming episodes. I don't remember that. I don't remember that, to tell you the truth. I played the original Battlefront. I only probably played it the year that it came out extensively. At that time, what was that, like 2003? Let's see. Battlefront 2003. Was it 2003? 2004 maybe? Yeah, 2004. So in 2004 was probably, yeah, 2004 is when I graduated high school. I'm going to tell you the only games that I played in 2004 was like Counter-Strike and Day of Defeat. Maybe a little bit of Ultima Online at that time too. But I know I owned Battlefront. I played it a decent amount, but like nowhere near the amount of Counter-Strike, because I hosted my own servers, made my own maps and stuff like that. So a lot of Star Wars games, or games in general, that came out from like 2002 to 2006, a lot of them passed me by for the most part, because I was knee deep in Counter-Strike still, you know? So I don't remember that at all, but that uprising makes sense with what they kind of teased at and alluded to in this episode on Camino. What did the guy? They said until the Empire's motivations are known, let's stay quiet, or something like that. So obviously they're not falling in line with the what's going on right now, you know, in terms of the Empire and stuff. So that makes an uprising of sorts, makes absolute sense to me, you know. I'm sure we'll see something like that. Yeah, we'll see. But I appreciate that, Arco. And Wilkins Animation, thank you so much as well. Hey, hope things are well. Yeah, things are good, man. Things are good. Super busy. The past weekend was the most relaxing weekend I've had in a very long time, in 5 months. Kind of transitioning between things, school, the academy stuff, and I just literally I blew up my daughter's like giant inflatable pool that has a slide and stuff, and just sat out back with her and my wife. And Sunday we just like watched movies, and my daughter was on her scooter downstairs scooting around all day. It was nice. I can't wait for another weekend like that. It's gonna be a while. But Wilkins, things are good, man. Busy, but good. Hope you are well as well. And Caleb Woolston, thank you so much. Greedo, I am sad. My favorite of the group became bad. Crosshair. Yeah, I thought there was going to be some kind of redemption. I thought when they pulled him out of the cell, and after Omega talked to him about, you know, you don't have a choice and all that kind of stuff, I thought, I was predicting that, you know, the predictable thing was going to be that Crosshair would leave and then turn around and fight the clones, and then let the shield up and everybody would escape, right? That's what I was predicting. You know, a little pep speech from the kid turns Crosshair around. I do have a choice, damn it. You know what I mean? But I'm kind of glad they didn't do that, because it twisted my expectation or prediction rather. Yeah, it's it's sad that, you know, he might be gone for good. You know, he's but I kind of like it. I kind of like it. And if he never turns around, if he just ends up being like programmed through and through, there's no getting through to him, he's done for. I kind of like that, because we've had a lot of redemption stories in Star Wars, you know, even Echo, you know, becoming a member of the Bad Batch. There's a lot of like, yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of like, there's no, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm like, I don't even know what the right word is. being a downer here, but I kind of like the idea of this character crashing and burning, ending it on a down note. But that's just me. But I appreciate that, Caleb. Maybe there's still hope, right? Maybe there's still hope. Arco, I'm just happy my Disney Plus subscription is finally paying off. I've been tuning in regularly since Clone Wars Season 7 Loki drops next after BB. I haven't really been... Well, the only things that we've been watching on Disney Plus are really stuff for my daughter. We've watched, like, Monsters, Inc., all the Toy Stories, which, dude, like, Toy Story's so good, man. It's such a clever series. I hadn't thought about Toy Story. I remember seeing the original in the theater, but I hadn't thought about Toy Story in a long time, and we've been, like, my daughter loves it. It's one of the only movie series that she'll actually sit down and watch. It's so damn clever, man. And I didn't realize that people didn't like the fourth movie. I posted something on Twitter the other day about, like, Toy Story being, like, one of the most consistently awesome movie franchises or something like that. And then people in the comment section were like, they didn't like Toy Story 4. It's like, what? It's great. It's fun. And what I really like about it is how it kind of matures a little bit with its audience. Being a dad now, a parent, Toy Story 3, I think it hits, you maturing. It hits, if you're a parent, you kind of, and then Toy Story 4 is like, if you're a parent, it's just all adult parent mode, and it's great. I don't know. It does a great job kind of maturing with its original 90s audience that's now like mid-30s, It's great. It's great. Anyway. But yeah, other than that, Arco, we haven't really watched anything else on Disney Plus. We started watching WandaVision, but I mean, I liked it, but we haven't seen many Marvel movies, to tell you the truth. A lot of you guys know that. So we just kind of were like, maybe we should watch all the movies first because we don't know what the hell's going on. We don't know. They alluded to some characters and we were like, I don't know. I don't know who the hell that is, what the hell that is. Other than that, man, my daughter likes Little Einsteins. Really good show for kids. I'm trying to think what else is on Disney Plus that we watched other than like just Disney movies for my daughter. Man, that's really about it. But yeah, anyway. I appreciate that, Arco. And Steven Siller, once again, thank you so much. Had to step out for a bit, so may have missed this. But do you have a favorite Bad Batch member? Someone said it correlates with your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Oh, interesting. Yeah, man. That's probably true. That's a really... I was going to say my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is Leonardo, and I would say that my favorite Bad Batch is Hunter. So I would think that is probably a correlation, right? Yeah, it's fun. I like it. Yeah, I guess I hadn't really thought of that. That's fun. Yeah, I would say Hunter's my favorite. I don't really know why. He's steadfast leader. He's a thoughtful leader. He's not impulsive. Yeah, I like it. I think Hunter's my favorite. But yeah. Anyway. I like Wrecker. Wrecker is I mean, he's there. There's a lot of comic relief as well. Wrecker Mikey. Yeah, I would say so. Wrecker's Mikey. And What is Donatello's personality? When I think of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I can't really think of what Donatello's personality is like. Raphael's grumpy, right? What's Donatello like? Yeah, Schitt's Creek is great. I watched that with my wife. That was a good show. So yeah, Steven, I think oh, I don't remember that at all. I don't remember Donnie being the nerdy techie guy. It's been a long time. Dude, I have so many Ninja Turtle toys up in my attic from when I was a kid. I need to bring them down and just give them to my daughter. But anyway. Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the channel support once again, man. Greedo, who do you think is the most badassiest badass in the badass batch? Rank them by level of badassiness. What was the most badassest part? I mean, the opening was pretty badassy, right? Rank them in badassness. I guess Wrecker is number 1. Are we gonna lump Crosshair in there now that he's kind of gone from the group? I would say Wrecker's number 1. Maybe Hunter's number 2. Then maybe Tech? What do you think? Help me out. Maybe? Then maybe Echo? Maybe? Yeah, maybe that's my ranking. I would say that's my ranking. Or you could put Omega as number 1. Just, yeah, there we go. But yeah. I'm trying to think of like, well, I don't know, man. What I really liked about it, and I said at the beginning, was I was kind of worried that the entire episode was going to just be crazy action and whatnot. It was pretty subdued, pretty substantive, and pretty thoughtful. More so than I expected. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was, I mean, what do you expect? At the very beginning episode of the Bad Batch, you just see them like sliding down a hill, rolling a boulder, and just kicking ass. That's kind of what I expected. But the official HelloGreedo badass list, you heard it here first. What else do you want me to rank in terms of badassness? Anyway, I appreciate that, man. And Took17, good to see you, Took. Hope you are doing well. Hope the kids are good. Hey, HG, long time no talk. I liked episode 1, and I like that one of their own is their enemy. Down the line, that may change, but it's a fun aspect. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you heard it, but I expected Crosshair after that little pep speech from Omega to, like, turn around and fight the clones and turn off the shield and, like, help them escape, and then everything would be okay. But I like that, too. I like that... And if there is no redemption for Crosshair, if he is the main adversary throughout, I'm cool with that. I kind of like that. But yeah, that's fun. One of their own is like the main adversary. I'm sure there's going to be others that get into the mix to try to hunt them down. But yeah, it's fun, and I love Bradley Baker's voice for Crosshair too. It's just like I want him to be chomping on a cigar, holding like a Browning automatic rifle, and just with a I don't know. in Saigon in 1968. But anyway, hope you're doing well, Took. And the Muddler, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Good to see you, man. Do you think too many Jedi survived Order 66? No, I mean, I kind of like how they're able to tell various stories, and I kind of hope, I'm, you know, obviously the Jedi that we see die on screen in the prequels at the end of Revenge of the Sith, like, I don't want them to be resurrected, but if there is like a Cal Kestis type thing, I really like that, you know, the idea of refugee Jedi kind of just trying to lay low is a lot of fun to me. At a certain point, maybe it'll get a little played out, but I do like the idea of, like, the galaxy being populated by Jedi who are in hiding and kind of on the run, you know. So no, I don't think they've exhausted that yet. I don't think they've done too much of that yet, but yeah. But yeah, that's just me. But anyway, yeah. You know, I could see them running it into the ground, but it's at the moment I think it's pretty fun. But anyway, I appreciate that, Mother. In Arco, John Evans, Sully Hogs, and 6 Foot. Good to see everybody. Arco says, Greedo, you got to watch the Irish Folktale trilogy with your fam on Apple TV if you have it. Wolf Walkers and Song of the Sea. They are amazing. I don't know what this is the first time I've ever heard of this. I don't have Apple TV. I've never looked into Apple TV before. Let's see. Irish Folktale Trilogy. Irish Folktale. Or Folklore Trilogy. The Wolf Walkers. Oh, I see. Wolf Walkers. Wolf Walkers, a cartoon saloon's Irish folklore trilogy, ends with the best film of the year. Irish Animation Studio Cartoon Saloon. What is this called? Wolf Walkers. Is that what it's called? Wolf Walkers? Wolf Walkers. Is that what you just said? Wolf Walkers. Okay, Wolf Walkers. Song of the Sea. Wolf animated fantasy adventure film directed by Tom Moore and Ross Stewart. The film is the third and final installment of Moore's Irish Folklore Trilogy. Okay, what is the first one? Irish Folklore Trilogy. So the first one, let's see. Doesn't quite measure. What is it? So the first one is called Wolf Walkers. Is the third of the 3 films. Okay. Why am I having such a hard time finding the first two, or the first one is? Secret of Kells is the first. Okay, so Secret of Kells, Song of the Sea, and Wolf Walkers. Secret of Kells. Secret of Kells. Never mind. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna keep this up. Always looking for fun. Oh shit! I almost broke my desk. I'm sitting with my legs. I was sitting with my legs on my desk, and I went to kind of adjust, and I didn't realize that my drawer was open, and I almost broke my drawer. Anyway, yeah, I'm always looking for new stuff to, like, show my daughter or watch with my daughter, because you can kind of get into the habit of mulching over and watching the same shit, you know. My daughter for the longest time just wanted to watch, like, Baby John on YouTube or Coco Melon, you know, and I'm like, hey, don't you want to watch something fun with a story? I want to watch Baby John. Okay. And you just turn it on at their request. when it's time to, she doesn't watch TV all day, but like before lunch or something, I'll turn something on. But lately, been changing it up, watching like PJ Masks on Disney. It's kind of like kids superhero show. Or she loves Little Einsteins, or Jake and the Pirates, which is like a Neverland Peter Pan show. So maybe The Secret of Kells and the rest of that series would be kind of fun to jump into too. Some things like are a little too old for her, do you know? And I'm not saying that this is the case for this show, for this movie rather, but sometimes like what did I turn on recently? There was a Disney movie that maybe it was a little too. Oh, The Incredibles, like not like it was too old for her in terms of like being inappropriate or anything. Like, we don't censor ourselves around our daughter. I can't believe she doesn't curse. But it was a little too old for her to grasp, you know. And she just turned 3. She couldn't. The first like 20 minutes of that movie is, I feel like, you're learning the history of the Incredibles and why they retired, basically. And she just wasn't that engaged with it. It's maybe like a few years from now she'll watch it. So it's kind of like hitting the sweet spot between like shows that are made for 6-year-olds and shows that are made for like little babies. There's a spot you gotta hit for your kid where their attention span will be on a show. And they won't they won't just end up getting up and running around the house, But anyway, I appreciate that, Arco. And John Evans, thank you so much, man. Keep kicking ass and being the best Star Wars YouTuber, bud. Which new Star Wars project are you most excited for? I'm stoked for Andor, Obi-Wan, and Rogue Squadron. I appreciate that, John. I wish I've been able. I wish I've been more active over the past 5 months, but most of you guys know what I'm doing. I'm hoping that I'm gonna have a little more time now until the end of the year, a little more time to do a couple more streams here and there, and a little more video action too. I think that'll be the case, but we'll see. So I appreciate that, man. So what am I most excited for? Rogue Squadron is the thing that I'm most excited for with in terms of upcoming projects. And a big reason is because, Star Wars and movies and Star Wars. I don't think I will ever be more excited for a a Star Wars show than I am for a movie. I know that might sound weird, but like I still have the mindset of like watching Star Wars is an event. Nothing that I watch on my TV will ever trump going into the movie theater and sitting down to watch a Star Wars movie with an audience. Maybe that's kind of an old school 35-year-old way of looking at it. But it's kind of hard for me to get. I don't think I will ever be more excited for a show than I am for a movie. That's why, despite maybe Rogue Squadron not being the most fresh and new idea, that's kind of, maybe that's an ignorant statement, but despite it not being the freshest and newest idea, potentially maybe then not the most fresh idea, it's still the thing that I'm most excited for, But yeah, man, fighter pilots, Rogue Squadron, Star Wars, hell yeah. Yeah, hope it kicks ass. But anyway, I appreciate that, John. And Sully, thank you so much, Sully. Thank you so much for the channel support. Sully says, everyone in the Discord appreciates you repping us on Twitter, Greedo. I hope you've been doing good, man. Absolutely. The morning that I posted that on Twitter, and I posted it on, I think I did an Instagram story, and I also posted it on YouTube community page. I was just kind of like going through the server and looking at people chatting and stuff. And I think I even said good morning and shot the shit for a couple seconds. And I was like, you know what? It's been a long time. So, yeah, absolutely. Maybe I'm sure since I have more time. I keep saying that I'll have more time, but I don't know that yet because I don't know the workload of what I'm doing now. I just started this new kind of thing. It could be as bogged down with bookwork as my last thing that I did, but I think this thing might be a little. It's like almost all PT, which is I would much rather do that than have to have my nose in study books 3 hours a night. Which EMT was one of the more challenging school things that I've ever done. But so yeah, anyway, hopefully I'll have more time also for Discord. But and 6 Foot, good to see. I'm sure this is going to be a doozy. 6 Foot says, I just found out that cockfighting is done with chickens. That's 12 months of 6 Foot says, I just found out that cockfighting is done with chickens. That's 12 months of training. Absolutely wasted. Good to see you back. How are things? Thanks for the laugh, man. That was good. How does one train the way you were training? I'm curious. How does one train in the way you were training and the way you were thinking cockfighting was? I'm curious, 6 Foot. Let me know in the chat. Things are good, man. Things are busy. But the worst thing about right now is that I don't have we're down to one car. Because our 2006 Jeep just isn't working. And after 8 hours of PT yesterday, all I wanted to do, as I said, was sit in my car with the AC on and drive it during an hour commute. I wanted to just sit there, sip on some Gatorade, listen to a podcast, and veg out. But nope, it broke down. And now it's just not going to be worth putting money into, and we're have to car shop. That's how it is. While I'm in school, basically living off the GI Bill. Oh, pension pennies. I don't know what to get, man. Like,
I've seen a lot of people, especially on social media, hating the concept of a female clone. Personally, I think it's a super interesting idea. What's your perspective?
Cheese Films, thank you so much. I like this question. I knew fucking giant reactionary dipshits would have a problem with it. So, dude, you do anything new and different, especially when it... we'll get to that in a second. But give me 1 sec, Cheese. I want to finish this thought. Talking about cars. I don't know what to get, man. We have some family connections with General Motors and Chevy and Buick and kind of... We can get some slight discounts with that brand of car, whatever falls under GM category, which is Chevy and Buick. They don't make Saturns anymore, right? No. I don't know what else falls under that. But... so we don't really know what to get. We have a Subaru Crosstrek. I love it. It's kind of like my dream car. It's it's like a small SUV hatchback kind of thing. It has all-wheel drive. It's great. It's a fun little off-road adventuring car we can drive on the beach and haul our kayaks up on top of, But I don't know what to get now. What do you guys recommend? I also like Jeep Cherokees. I like the new Jeep Compasses, too. I think they're sharp. When it comes to, like I said, we kind of have a little family connection with GM and Chevy and stuff like that. So I don't know if in terms of looks of cars, they're not my favorite. I like the Blazer. The Blazer's pretty nice. Yeah, Calvin, maybe. I honestly, I would get a Prius. But, we have a kid, and in the future, maybe another one, growing family, And I don't think a Subaru Crosstrek and a Prius would cut it. I mean, it would. We'd make it work. But we're looking for something a little bigger. And Teslas are... like Tesla SUVs are definitely out of our price range. And I know they make, the Model S is starts at 30 or something like that. But anyway, we'll figure it out. Anyway, Cheese Films, thank you so much, man. I greatly appreciate that. Cheese, super generous this afternoon. Cheese says, I've seen a lot of people, especially on social media, hating the concept of a female clone. Personally, I think it's a super interesting idea. What's your perspective on Omega? I think it was an easy prediction that I would say, like, as soon as she was introduced and as soon as the Bad Batch were leaving on this mission, she said something like, hold on. And then she said, never mind. Like, instantly, I was like, oh, she was going to tell them that she is a clone. She's going to tell them that she is also genetically, what's the word they've been using? Like, different or defective, or like the Empire uses defective. I don't know what the terminology they've been using is. But so that was something that was, in my opinion, pretty predictable about halfway through. And I like it, man. It's different. It's I don't understand how people would have a problem with it. Yes, I do. Everybody on the goddamn internet, especially when it comes to like that kind of stuff, and especially if you have like a YouTube channel where you can monetize this make 'em up bullshit, like low grade reactionary nonsense, weak, stupid motherfuckers who have to complain about the dumbest shit and look at everything through like this lame ass culture war. Cool, man. Such a badass. No, I like her as a character. So far, again, we've only seen her for one episode, but you know, I like the way her character grounds this rough and tumble group. It's I don't know, it makes it a little more. Again, you can't have an entire Bad Batch show just be nothing but like rough and tumble John Wick style stuff. That would get old as shit to me and boring really fast. So to have this young clone female character, you know, throwing a little bit of innocence in there with a little bit of mystery as well. It's fun, man. It's fun. I just don't. I mean, like, what's really sad is that when you're watching it, you can kind of predict people's reactions online. You know what I mean? Like, I just there's so many things that people complain about, and it's not like you're allowed to not like stuff, right? But like when it becomes so predictable that when I see like a female clone, and I can in my brain I'm like, oh, there's, you know, some fucking losers on the internet are gonna have a big problem with this. I just because of like culture war reasons. It's just sad, and it's like, I don't know, man. It's so fucking lame. It's so lame. Yeah. What is it so? Don't listen. Don't get me wrong. As I said at the beginning of this stream, I you know, when people say all Star Wars is good Star Wars, you know, I get what they're saying. I get what they're trying to do. I get it. I get it. But, you know, you're allowed to not like stuff. All Star Wars is good Star Wars is kind of a fun, positive thing to say. But, you know, that's a very subjective thing to say as well, because there's a lot of Star Wars stuff that I don't like, rather. But when you take it to the level of, like, being upset about a female clone because, I don't know, hey, maybe life finds a way, as Ian Malcolm would say, right? There's interesting concepts to explore there. And to be upset about it for that reason alone, maybe you just don't like the character because whatever, fine. But to be upset about it for that reason, it's so fucking lame to me, man. This internet culture war thing, and I've talked about it before on streams, but it's so fucking lame. It's so lame and boring. I tweeted this the other day. Like, I listen to a lot of space podcasts, astronomy podcasts. NASA has a fun podcast. The Johnson Space Center has one called Houston, We Have a Podcast. It's great. It's fun. And they talk about the most interesting stuff imaginable. The most interesting and mysterious things imaginable. And even that I need a break from, right? talking about the most interesting thing humans can even think about, I need a break from. And that begs the question, how the hell do people continuously just listen to culture war YouTube where everybody complains about the dumbest shit? I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. And there's like, it's like, and it's all, it's just lame motherfuckers, man. And the thing is, they think they're so badass. Like, that's the thing that I don't get. Like, that's, I don't know, man. Anyway, that's my answer, Cheese. I like her as a character, and people are fucking dumb. That's it. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. We went an hour and 8 minutes in an hour-long live stream, but here we are. So, yeah, man, that was fun. It's been, I think Vince said that it's been 3 weeks since I've done a live stream. It's been 3 weeks. Is that how the lyrics actually go? It's been lyrics. The song is called 1 week. No, the lyrics are not, it's been 3 weeks. The lyrics are, it's been 1 week, because the song is called 1 week. Anyway. So yeah. It's been 3 weeks since I've done a live stream. I've only uploaded 4 videos in 5 months, I think. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna be, unless there's big tests and stuff like that I have on my class, you might be able to expect some more Wednesday streams, okay? And maybe even Friday and stuff like that too. But yeah, we'll see. Again, not too sure what the schedule is going to be looking like from now until December. Not too sure how much like homework and book work I'm going to have to do relative to what I was doing for the past 5 months. But hopefully I'll get back into the swing of things, a little bit of normalcy. But yeah, here we go. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. I appreciate you hanging out with me for a little over an hour. To those of you who supported the channel, dude, thank you so much. I appreciate the hell out of that. I know I haven't really done much on the channel over the past 5 months, so I appreciate the hell out of that support. And to everybody who just hung out in the chat, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Cheers. All right, enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on this big, beautiful marble. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Let's end this thing the way I was ending this thing. All right, let's take a trip. Is this the song? Nope, that's not the song. Oh my goodness, it might take me oh, here. Nope. Is this one? No, that's not the song, right? What was it called? Nope, that's not the song. Oh, is this it? Hell yeah. Let's take a trip to the 90s mall, man. Where are we going to eat? Let's go to the food court. Shall we? Let's go to the food court. What am I going to have? Sbarro's? Where am I going to go? Chuck E. Cheese? Discovery Zone? I don't know. I'm going to eat a ring pop. Later, fuckers. It's good to see you guys.